Welcome to Thirsty Thursday with Jenna and Barrett.
A podcast for college students, made by college students, covering the tea of everyday life.
Well, good night, Jenna. How are you? How's your day, sweetheart?
It was fine. I'm very tired. I worked on a lot of homework.
It's final season. She's kicking everybody's butt, isn't she?
Yes, we do not stand Miss Finals.
We do not stand her at all. Well, welcome to our first podcast of Thirsty Thursdays. We're gonna have a little fun with that name.
I was thinking about making tea like during this, but I ran out of time. So
That's
we have
creative.
5 minutes.
We should do an entire episode just devoted to types of tea. That would be a good one.
That would be controversial, I feel like.
Oh, that would be a controversy. But I think we could do that in the future.
Controversy?
Oh, wow. It's going to become like a sister joke, like James Charles. It really ain't going to be good for anybody. It's going to be one of those, hi, sisters, James Charles here. Just kidding. We don't want to go down that path or we'll be there all night long. Well, Jenna, tell the viewers, who are you? What do you do? As I'm watching you for the viewers who cannot see, because we're obviously not putting up the visual. She's eating a donut. But now she's about to tell you who she is. So Jenna, go ahead and tell them through your powdered donut who you are.
My name is Jenna Cook. I go by Jen. I go by Jen A. People say my last name is Cock, but it's Cook. I'm a freshman at Texas Tech University. Recum Tech, baby.
Recum Tech, guns up.
Yes, sir. I'm currently studying advertising with a minor in public relations. All the goods. And yeah, I'm 19. Never learned how to read.
Never learned how to read, never learned how to swim, even though she is a lifeguard. And I can testify to that.
All right.
Well,
so what about you, Barrett?
Oh, you know me. I'm just a small town boy from Topeka, Kansas, from wherever the world is. I'm just
really
kidding.
From Ohio? I was like,
no, I'm not from Ohio, girl. Born and raised San Antonio, Texas. My name is Barrett Kerr. I'm a sophomore at the University of Kentucky, so I'm 17 hours away from Jenna. Kind of sad, low key. Actually, high key, really sad.
Heartbreak.
I'm getting my degree in agricultural economics, and then I want to get a master's in foreign business, foreign commerce. I guess it's called international commerce, would probably be the politically correct term. So I want to do that, and then eventually go to law school. I play volleyball. For all of those who are listening to this who don't really know what I do with all the time in my life. When you can't find me in school, I am normally on a volleyball court, either coaching or playing. So yeah, that's a little bit, I guess, about me. She's not from Kansas, but we'll say I'm from Kansas.
Said hi from Kansas.
Hi from Kansas. Oh, I'm also 19, I guess. No, so Jenna, tell the people, how did we meet? How did we do this? Why are we here?
Good question, Barrett. That's a very good question. So,
it's a question we've been having for about the past week and a half.
From the same hometown in New Braunfels, Texas. I mean, I'm from New Braunfels. You're from?
I'm from Canyon Lake. She's from the lake.
Ooh, that's where all the stoners live, bro.
That is, I have heard this. Cannot confirm nor deny. I did not actually go to Canyon Lake. I went to Sister Valley, so I went to good old Ranger Valley.
Anyway, we met at our local rec center. Shout out DOS Rec.
Shout out Julia Shelley for hiring us both. Her biggest mistake of all time. Julia Jelly, my fave. She holds a special place in my heart and always will.
I remember when Barrett got hired. I was like, who is this boy? He's mysterious. Never heard of him.
Yeah, I was from, everybody I guess at that time was from Canyon or New Braunfels. Mm-hmm. So I would have been one of the first. I think Kendall was ahead of me in terms of SV, but I think I was the second.
But I remember Barrett walking in. I was like, don't know who this man is, but he looks like a friendly man.
A friendly man. That was your first mistake. Because I am not friendly. We know that.
No, he's very rude to me.
We done
in a loving way. Lovingly rude.
This is true. Yeah, Jenna at this time, even though she was younger than me, was my manager, which is fun to say.
Uh-huh.
Because I had to work under her, which was a painful experience because she got an ego.
Shut up. I was a good manager. I since got demoted because I went to college.
I was about to say keyword were, not anymore. She has left the building.
Ugh.
Yeah, no, I was in class with, who did I have lifeguard class with? I guess Maddie Evans
Mhm.
and Sailor Jeffries. Wow, that's a
Mhm.
fun one. And good old, who else? Reagan Hopper.
Oh.
Um, we had some other people come through. I guess Reagan. The only two that I guess stayed really with DOS Rec would be those two that we remember.
Yeah.
But the only other name I remember is Reagan Hopper.
I don't remember like talking to you. Like my first words to you.
I don't
I
really
remember.
remember us talking either. I think we became friends through, I guess, Cole or Paul, but I don't really remember talking to them either. So maybe it was just that, like, you took liking to me on a ship. I wasn't one of the people who was under your skin for that day. So you were like, well, I could
Mhm.
tolerate him today.
Yeah, no, for real. I remember, I think it was the summer you came back from Kentucky. I almost said Kansas again.
Kansas, Topeka, Kansas.
Topeka, Kansas. But I remember I was like, oh my God, Barrett, I missed you. And like, we never really like talked before, whatever. Like, we were friendly, but
Yeah,
I feel
I
like
guess that
that
was
summer
it.
was when it kicked it off.
Yeah. The fact that we don't have a memory about it should say kind of a lot about our personalities. We don't remember meeting in general. And this has been a question I've been asking a lot of my friends recently. I'm like, how did we meet? And apparently my memory is just really bad because I
I
can
mean,
never seem to come
same.
up with an explanation. But I guess this last summer we did get a lot closer, which is why we're here
Mhm.
now. I'm sorry, I'm staring at my gecko. She's peeking out of her cage, being like, who is speaking at this hour of the night when I should be
Speaking of
asleep?
geckos, okay, can we just talk about Barrett's unnecessary spending for like 2 seconds?
I have no clue what habits you seek of. I participate only in the most conscientious of spending efforts.
This boy will call me at like 2 in the afternoon and be like, I just spent $140 at Sephora. And I'm like,
Granted, I
Barrett,
needed face wash. I needed face wash.
whatever.
Did
And he's
I?
like,
That was bad. Yeah, that one was bad. But we will say those products, they have lasted me a while. My friends all love them. They have tried them out. So I guess tried and true, they
what, it
have
was
helped
the
us. And
same,
now our
was it
skin
the
is
same day
flawless.
where you were like, I
Don't
want a
even bring it up.
skateboard?
Don't even bring it up. I
A
do want a
two
skateboard. And I still do want
hundred
that.
dollar skateboard.
I do want that skateboard. And if you see that skateboard, you will know why. Go check out Amazon Asylum on Instagram. She has
It's
that
a
one
dope
tagged. It's
skateboard.
beautiful.
I can't deny
It's a
that.
beautiful skateboard. I mean, that's a piece of art. That is a piece of art. Other than that, though, I think those are my two only spending habits. Oh no, I guess I, I guess I did do an aesthetic wall and a gecko.
Yeah, the gecko was the. He called me at like 10 p.m. and he's like, I want a spider. And I'm like, boy, spiders is scary as heck. You, I wanted you to get a chameleon. I was like,
You
chameleons are
did,
dope. Or a
and they are
fish.
dope. But I already have fish, and let's just share right now, in case you hear about them. My mother, the saint that she is, good old Miss Tanya Kerr. Shout out to mom because I'm sure she's gonna
Tanya.
listen to this. Tanya, she's
Tanya
an icon.
Kerr.
She's an icon. She's a queen. She is the myth, the legend herself. I called her and I was like, I'm gonna get a pet. And she was like, you already have a pet. And I was like, no, I don't. She's like, what are these fish that are sitting in my house? I was like,
Ooh.
your pets? So I was not allowed to get a fish because I knew my mother would absolutely beat me if I got a fish or like just be not happy about the whole situation.
The real question is, what are you gonna do with the gecko when you go home for break?
Well, here's the thing. As of today, good old governor of Kentucky, he might be getting rid of volleyball practices until December 13th. So I may be out of a job, which will be really sad because I really actually want to practice with these girls. So we're fingers crossed that does not happen and I can stay here. But
Yeah.
some very generous and open-minded friends have
Mm-hmm.
agreed to take care of the gecko. So unlike you, Miss Jenna, there are people who agree with my spending habit.
I
made a
would have
whole
not
TikTok
taken
about
care of it.
we made a whole TikTok about it that got like probably 122 views. Check mark, we did it.
You know, speaking of TikTok, I have over 1,000 followers on TikTok now.
Do you really? Oh,
Yes,
from your yee yee video. If you do not know it, please go follow Jenna on TikTok. We will link
Jenna
that
Cook,
somewhere.
Jenna Cook 809, I think, but it's KOCK for Cook.
And then if you find my account off of it, go ahead and follow. We'll do a self-promotion, we'll self-plug. But yeah, you made that yee yee TikTok. I remember seeing all of these things.
It was the stupidest TikTok. It was about my friend's house. He just got one for his birthday out by in like where Texas Tech is, and it is the most country thing that I have ever seen. It's a boy house, let's just say that. And so I was like, I'm gonna make a TikTok about it, and they're like, oh whatever, like it's not gonna get any likes, and it didn't for like a good like 3 days, and then it blew up, and it literally has over 100K views. Like,
Oh, she is famous. She's a Kardashian. So does Hollywood call you or do you call them?
exactly. I think we need a FaceTime.
We should FaceTime. Well, you know, we're in the era of Zoom, not FaceTime. So I guess that would lead to that. But yeah, you are, I guess, does one TikTok video truly count as TikTok fame?
Well, and I made it onto as what Lubbock people would call Tech Talk, the Texas Tech TikTok. Yes. Oh, that was a thing for like 3 months. Everybody's like, oh my God, get me off of TikTok. Like, why am I on TikTok? Like, I live in Oklahoma, but I'm on TikTok.
I have never heard of such a thing.
Yeah, I had quite a few blow up on there. I had like 14K views on one video. This is my audition for the Hype House.
Oh, you want to be a part of the hype, not like Sway or what are the other ones?
Oh, Sway, whatever.
Not
Team
a
10
content house, Team 10.
Vlog Squad.
Oh, the Vlog Squad. I think they disassembled.
Oh.
Didn't David Dobrik get rid of that? Jason Nash is now all over the Sway Boys.
Who knows?
That's all way above my pay grade. That's way above my pay grade. Speaking of pay grade, let's talk about some pop stars making some serious money. That is not us, as much as I wish it could be us. Maybe it will be us with this podcast. We'll see.
Yeah, we could be the new Call Her Daddy.
Oh yes, I know. I always see that. What's that TikTok called on Stiff Socks? Isn't that a podcast that's all over TikTok? Do you ever see that one?
No.
I'll tag you in one of their videos. They're really funny. But all they ever really talk about is sex, and I'm like, they make an entire podcast just based on their stories. I was like, that. I guess.
But they're making money.
That must be a life I have no experience with. So
this is the life.
I guess fun for them. But yeah, no, we're living. I guess it's been really weird because everybody's been at home, so no concerts. So how are these people making money? People releasing albums. That's what they're doing.
I miss concerts, bro.
Do you really?
Yes. I was supposed to go to California on my birthday in July. Supposed to go see Fall Out Boy, Weezer, and Green Day in San Diego. That didn't happen.
I was just about to ask, who would you want to see immediately if concerts did come back?
Harry Styles. I was supposed to see Harry Styles in August.
Oh,
and
you
that
were?
Never happened. Yes. It may have been nosebleeds. Tickets may have been $30, but do I care? No. I want to see my boy Harry Styles.
It would have been an experience, that's for sure.
Speaking of Harry, I've been listening to One Direction nonstop today.
I didn't know where that sentence was going, and I wanted it to end quickly or just like come to fruition. So One Direction got where we were going with that. Yeah, they've been good. They've been on my my repeat playlist. Kind of been dwelling into them. There's a picture of Harry Styles on my aesthetic wall somewhere.
Baby.
So we did keep him. But yeah, he has some new music out. Miss Grande, the queen herself. What do we think about that album?
What's in the position? Oh wait, I guess the new TikTok one is I'm not pretty and I'm not ugly too. I love to sing from your point of view.
Yeah, we shouldn't be singing. That's definitely not what we get paid to do. We get paid to go to school, not sing and stop talking.
I don't get paid. I pay to go to school.
Can't relate to that sentence, thankfully. Shout out to all my teachers in high school for getting me through. Yeah, no position. It broke. It's breaking some records apparently for her.
But can I be honest?
Please be honest, because I think we have the same opinion.
I haven't listened to the whole album.
I haven't either, and it's sad.
Wow.
I think from what I have heard, there's very few songs where I'm like, I think that this is truly better than Thank You Next. And I would stand by that. Or
full album
Sweetener.
either.
Oh, I have listened to both of those albums through and through. They are a good one. Brighten, God is a Woman, and then you get into like Break Up with Your Girlfriend on Board, Bad Idea, Imagine.
That one's such a jam.
So like
I know all the main hits.
That album was just iconic, and I don't, from what I have seen, this one is not living up. I will say 34 plus 35, I do like that one. I like Motives, but maybe that's because I'm a little biased. I'm a Doja Cat fan.
I didn't like Motives.
Oh, I do. It took me a few listens.
No, that's how I felt with Rain on Me. The one with Lady Gaga.
I stand that one. You know I have that on vinyl.
I hated that one for so long.
You know I have Chromatica on vinyl.
I bought a Chromatica shirt at Urban Outfitters because I thought I was that girl.
But you were not. You are not a Lady Gaga stan to that extent.
No.
The gays are gonna come for you. Twitter, they're coming for you. The girls.
We love paparazzi.
What are her fans call them? Little monsters.
Oh yeah.
Little monsters. I've never really been a part of a fandom, I guess. Any other music we're listening to? You know what I do find myself listening to?
What?
On repeat? If Apple Music would release the Doja Cat Say So Like That remix from the VMAs, my life would be golden. It was a good one.
You just play that on repeat.
I do, but I have to find the YouTube video, which makes it slightly inconvenient. So if they would give me like just the audio, because Spotify has it, but I think Spotify has it because I've heard it at a volleyball tournament and it wasn't on YouTube. But if Apple Music would just give that to me, life would be complete. And if she would have given me a better outfit during that, it would have been complete. Everybody that I showed that video to, they're like, what was her mind in when she wore this? And I was like, I couldn't tell you. I wasn't her designer. It would not have been my choice.
Yeah.
Choices.
So today, my music choice has been all over the place. I'll just give you a few of the artists that I've listened to in like the past.
John Mayer.
No, surprisingly.
Oh.
I am the world's biggest John Mayer fan.
I challenge you.
We will make a whole podcast over Mr. John Mayer, over the king of soft pop, the king of soul. He is beautiful, amazing, but I could talk about him for literally like 5 hours. I haven't found myself listening to John Mayer quite often this week, but I've been listening to One Direction, like I said, Wolves. Ooh, I was on my way home from work today. I turned it all the way up and I was jamming.
She was jamming. You did put this on your private story. I do remember seeing this now.
Yes.
Now that we're speaking of this.
Old 5 Seconds of Summer, like circa 2012. Like I feel like I'm a 13-year-old again.
So like she looks so perfect, or even earlier?
Yes. No, she looks so perfect. That entire album, I know all of the words. I know all of the songs. And I will scream it until the day that I die.
Okay.
So we've been listening to 90s rap, which is very random.
I was going to say like, Baby Got Back, but I don't think that's 90s. I think it's like 80s.
Been jamming to some LL Cool J. We got some Eminem. Our buddy Andreas, he made me a playlist based off of The Last Dance, the Chicago Bulls documentary. Ooh.
Oh, I did. My parents watched that. I did not have the time.
So good. It's so good, Barrett. You need to watch it.
My mom was telling me some story about who's the guy with the crazy haircut?
Oh,
you know, talk about the crazy hair color.
Yes. Oh shoot, what's his name? Andreas got me a jersey of him. Dennis Rodman. Rodman.
Apparently,
I love him.
She ran into him in Vegas, and it was not. I do not remember the details of the story, so I'm not going to speak necessarily to it. But apparently, he was not a very friendly individual, from what we have heard. From what I have been told.
Your mother met Dennis Rodman?
Well, she didn't like meet him. Like she like saw him. Like I guess they were at like a restaurant, from what I can remember, and they were like in the vicinity with him. And I just remember the experience. When I remember it, I just remember my mom's face and it not being a pleasant experience to describe.
Dennis Rodman, man. Andreas bought me a jersey for my birthday, and I love that thing. Have it with me at Tech. What a king.
What a king.
I love a man who speaks his mind.
I guess we do. Do we really? I don't.
It depends.
There's been some recent events that would say otherwise, but we're gonna stay out of that tonight.
Yes.
Because we all know this time difference should really be kicking my butt because you're over here 11:43 and it's 12:43 my time. What was I thinking?
Okay, I'm sorry. I had to have my work training today.
I wasn't being mean.
Mhm.
Wasn't being
You
mean.
being kind of petty.
Oh, not me. Wrong. And
I know.
what were you gonna say? Um, well, how's well, I guess we've never left it. I was gonna say how is post quarantine, but I guess we're still kind of in quarantine, a forever quarantine. How's
Well,
Miss COVID treating you?
well, being in Lubbock, which I think is considered one of the top 10 worst counties to live in because of Rona.
Oh, I thought you meant general. I would say
I
agreed.
mean, that too, but COVID here is literally so terrible. I think about 10 of my coworkers are out right now because they have Rona. I worked with all of them last week, so we love that. It's a good time. Lubbock has two level 5 trauma centers,
Oh,
and
okay.
almost all of their ICUs are filled with COVID patients. Again,
Shout out.
there was a chance that we might have to go back into lockdown for 10 days. Didn't happen, but
You know, I saw a tweet today. Apparently it's Miss Rona's 1 year birthday,
that's
like from her conception, and I was like, I wish she wouldn't have been born. I wish she would have
she was
never have even
born,
been thought of.
but I'm ready for that funeral.
Ooh,
I
that is true. You know how like dog years, it's like 1 year equals 7 years. I think with like Rona, it's like 1 equals 50. Like
no, literally.
we need her good and gone.
Mhm.
Miss Rona, is she out? Yeah. Well, I think it's a little different because I remember when I was back home, life was somewhat normal.
Yeah.
I don't think it is. I mean, I guess it somewhat is. Like high school volleyball's going on. Like things
Mhm.
are open. People go places, which is a little different than here. We just kind of have a state shutdown starting Friday. So
Fun.
that's a little worrisome. No more eating. No more eating in restaurants, luxuries. No more volleyball practices. No more. You're not even supposed to gather with more than two families.
Wow.
So, Mr. Andy Brashear over here he's really trying to keep people safe. So we will see what it does when all I think it's like
Mhm.
all but 23 counties are red. Now, what does red mean? I don't know,
Mhm.
but they just say that they're all red, which I think means bad. We're gonna correlate the two together.
That is bad.
we're gonna make an educated decision that red equals bad.
Yes.
Yeah, but I guess it has caught me. Well, some of the viewers may know, or viewers, listeners. What do we call them?
Listeners.
People. Some of the listeners.
A pal.
Some of the pals. We need to come up with a name for them, Jenna.
Oh, I like pals. Pals is
Pals.
perfect.
Our tea pals. Um,
Teabag.
our tea bag. Actually, kind of fun. We're gonna come up with a better name for y'all because I think that would probably won't stick. But anywho, back on story. I got Miss Mono. She bad. She
Oh, the
wicked.
ugly cousin of Miss Rona.
Oh, they are two peas in a pod. Let me tell you. When that apple didn't fall far from that tree, they are not lying. It is one of the same. She hit every branch on that ugly tree. My God.
Oof.
But I had that, so I was in my room, bedridden for what seemed like an eternity. Looking back, I think it was 3 weeks. But I caught myself watching a lot of TV, and you know what I watched 4 times?
What did you watch 4 times, Barrett?
Take a good old guess.
Oh, that's something like Drake and Josh.
No, but that's a good one. That is a good childhood show. No, this is a newer one. I did go down memory lane a little bit, but this was Dynasty. Have you seen it? We talked about it. Have I let
That's
you in on
the
a little
Duck
secret?
Dynasty.
Rednecks and
Yeah.
diamonds. Oh my, that's your side of TikTok, not mine, sweetheart.
No, not even kidding. My TikTok is now full of yeezs. But yeah, Duck Dynasty was a good show. What do you mean?
Duck Dynasty was a good show while it lasted, but then it just like fell off the face of the earth. Like it was there,
Uncle
but it was like,
Cy. Well, there was drama with the grandpa because apparently, like, he was saying some very inappropriate comments,
oh,
and
we
they
had some
wouldn't let him on the
insensitivities.
show. Yes.
Oh, ooh, that's a
But
rough one.
anyway.
But anyways, we love a good throwback. No, I didn't watch Duck Dynasty. I watched Dynasty, the
Never heard of it.
reboot. You should watch it. It's on Netflix. I've recommended it to all of my friends. You can ask any one of them. I've told everyone at least 100 times if I've told you once. It has Liz Gillies from Victorious. She
What
is
a
Fallon
queen.
Carrington. And it's good. It follows her family. They're all billionaires. It's a real fun one. It's a real doozy, real kicker. Speaking of Victorious, I have rewatched that since quarantine has originally hit.
You don't have to be afraid to put your dream in action, Barrett.
You're never gonna fade. We're gonna be the main attraction.
No, yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
I've been finding myself watching a lot of Say Yes to the Dress today.
Okay.
Like the past few days, I'm like, okay.
Is that still like a current show, or is that just reruns? Oh, Randy,
Monty, Lisa. I don't know what the other girl's name is.
Lisa.
But...
It's like Kate Boss trying to remember all the names. I'm like, I don't know them. But is
I don't know
Say
if
Yes
it's
to the Dress
on.
still? That's a good question for the viewers. That one's good. You know what else? We know what other one is good in that category? For Weddings.
Oh, that one's that would always come on at like 9 a.m. and nothing else would be on. I was like, okay, For Weddings. I want to see who wins. Like this.
That's a doozy. And some of the times they just have the trashiest weddings on there. The trashiest.
Mm-hmm.
The absolute worst.
For real.
The worst. The works. I guess I've also kind of somewhat rewatched, kept up with, have been using it as a method to get through. If you have not seen it, it's not really a TV show, but a YouTube what do we want to call it? A visual podcast.
It's like a talk show.
That's I think a good way.
Visual podcast.
Visual podcast, otherwise known as a talk show in a dictionary.
Our homegirls Trixie Mattel and Katya.
Trixie Mattel and Katya Jamalozekova. She crushes the game. Come through Russia. Yeah, I find myself, I think they just sometimes give me the best advice. Even though their episodes might not necessarily be anywhere related to my life in general, I think sometimes I'm just like, I relate with that, even though I really don't. But I think in my mind, it gives me a way to just say I relate with that.
And I think that's a way that we really bonded, because we would talk about RuPaul's Drag Race.
We would. And I'm just going to say, going out there, even if you are straight from the middle of nowhere's Texas, nowhere's Wyoming, wherever you are from, I don't care what age you are. If you are, well, probably not 10, that's probably not appropriate. Starting at probably like a good 16 years old to like, but however, gay, straight, anywhere you are, I don't really care. You don't have to identify. That show is funny.
It's so funny. They're petty.
Wow, they are petty. I tried to get, my mom was like, I watched one of those episodes the other day and it was so funny. I was like, I told you, they're petty and they're funny and they're some comedy queens.
Oh yeah.
And some of the a legend, an icon. I did a paper over RuPaul, got an award, shout out. I guess it was over Divine and then I added RuPaul into it. Thanks Dr. Marksbury for telling me that was a creative path I should take. But yeah, that is a good one. I've gotten some of my friends here to watch that. We watch and laugh, and it's a good laugh. If you ever just need something to watch, it's kind of reality-ish, but not really there. Everybody's been talking about the Kardashians. Are you a Kardashians fan? I guess kind of on the topic of reality TV.
I don't watch much reality TV, but I do watch The Bachelor.
Oh, don't even get me started.
But I haven't seen the last 2 episodes. I've been so busy with finals and everything. But
are we in The Bachelor or The Bachelorette?
We're in The Bachelorette.
Okay.
But anyway, Miss Claire Crawley, who was the original. This is a spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't seen The Bachelor.
Yeah, if you haven't done this, I'd probably speed up about 30 seconds. If we're still talking about it, speed up another 30.
Miss Claire Crawley, who was the original Bachelorette this season, fell in love with this man named Dale, and within 2 weeks was engaged and left the show with Dale.
I heard she was trash.
I could not stand her. The entire time I was like, I cannot wait for this chick to get off. I don't even remember the new girl. What's her name?
I don't know. She was from Colton season, from what I have heard. One of my good friends here, Miss Amelia Floyd. She is a fan.
Keisha, Miss Keisha, she's beautiful.
I, again, cannot speak to this. I have not seen it, so I'm going to take your word.
You know, I started watching during Hannah Brown's season. That was great. But once it hit Peter, I was like, you scumbag. Sorry,
Peter
buddy.
Weber. I was not a fan of him.
Peter Pepper.
So is this going to be a show? Is this going to be something that, is this something you watch over the holidays? Are you going to force your family to sit down and watch this with you?
I tell my parents, I'm like, y'all better watch it with me. And they're like, I'm not watching that trash. I can't. So
it's
they
not,
look like, it's not what?
It's not a family tradition in the Cook household. It's
No,
not a
my
Christmas
parents,
tradition.
My parents like to watch a lot of Food Network. My mom watches Scooby-Doo, the old Scooby-Doos.
Those are good, like from Boomerang.
Yeah, Boomerang.
Boomerang, that's a throwback down memory lane. Boomerang should release like a streaming service. Could you imagine?
Oh,
The
I want them
Flintstones.
to release the 90s Nick cartoons on a streaming service.
We should do that. We should just come up with this idea. We'll write to Disney.
Like Disney Plus, like Nick Plus. With like the good 90s cartoons. Ren and Stimpy, Cat Dog, Rocko's Modern Life. All the goods. All the goods good.
I was not really a Nickelodeon fan growing up. I was a Disney dude. Disney dude.
I liked both of them.
Is that what they're called?
I remember when Nickelodeon did the International Day of Play, where they would not show any TV shows. Oh, that would piss me off, bro. I'd be like, I don't want to go out and play. I want to watch SpongeBob. Like, turn the jack on.
I don't think I can relate to this sentence, so this is not one for me. You know what else is not for me? These allergies. You don't know the struggle. The struggle is talking to you this late at night on a good old what is it now? Thursday? Thursday. We did it. We really accomplished it.
It is Thursday. I mean, I got 4 minutes, but
you got 4 minutes. I've been here for 56 minutes.
Ciao. Anyways, so
getting some water. Ciao. Anyways, so we love a good TikTok reference. No, I want to hear from the, what are we calling them? Our pals. Our pals.
Pals.
I want to hear from the pals.
Our tea bags.
Oh my God. If that sticks, this is gonna go down as a moment in history where Barrett had no control.
Hi, you little tea bags.
Hi, little tea bags. I mean, I guess it's kind of fun, kind of fresh. Everybody uses their own flavor. You know, everybody like soaks differently, flavors differently. Maybe that is a good one. We're being diverse.
Everyone soaks different. Oh my God.
Everyone's different, so we're reaching that diverse. I think we're gonna stick with it. We're gonna call them. Actually, I want to hear from the people. I want you to tell me what would y'all like to be called if we continue this? Which I say if we continue this, you and I will do this until the day we die. At this point, we could have zero people listening, and we gotta annoy ourselves into doing this as a weekly.
We're still going to do
a
this.
weekly occurrence
on the daily.
On the daily. Oh, a daily podcast? That'd be sad.
That would be a lot.
Insane. We would need to be
daily
admitted.
Vloggers. Oh, I could not be a daily vlogger, bro.
I could daily vlog. I think I could do it.
Yeah.
Do you not think you could do it?
I just forget about it for like a week and a half and then be like, hey, sorry, forgot about this.
Hey, sorry. You messed up.
No, literally.
Yeah, I remember we were, no, we're not even gonna go down that. That is a different night for failed ventures and dreams.
And I wanna know what our little tea bags wanna hear us talk about.
I do want to get that because ideas, they're precious.
We
But
have
we
a
want
lot
to
of
talk about what you
opinions on a lot of different things.
this is true. We do have I want to get like a weekly segment going. Like we're gonna do this every week, but I want something like every week that we give an opinion on, like what has changed that week. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
a new book we're listening to, a saying we're going off of, something to just inspire the youth, because we're inspirational people. Do as I say, not as I do. Isn't that the saying? Well,
Yeah.
Jenna,
So.
before we leave, I do have one controversial question that I
No.
guess I'm sure will cause a little bit of a ruckus.
Go ahead.
Do you agree that Christmas music should be played before Thanksgiving?
100% yes.
Nope, that is where we disagree. No, not at all.
Here.
It is
Hear
the
me
season
out.
for the turkey.
Hear me out. So I agree with that statement when you say that Thanksgiving should be celebrated still. I feel like a lot of people forget about Thanksgiving and the true meaning of Thanksgiving, giving thanks to the people around you, especially during this time of COVID. But
Come on, preacher.
the music, man. The music. Sometimes when it's like cold outside, like in Lubbock, like 2 weeks ago, it snowed. I was playing some Michael Bublé Christmas. Like that's my go-to album.
I cannot relate. Cannot relate. For me, the problem is it's the same songs. Like if I play them, by the time we hit December 1st, I'm gonna be exhausted because it's the same 17 songs.
You gotta space them out though, and you gotta different artists do different renditions.
Put the same words. I can only sing the same lyrics so many times. I say
the man
that.
who listens to Ariana Grande on repeat.
I was about to say, but all my friends could testify. They get in my car, and the first artist to come on is Miss Grande herself. So I guess I'm a little bit hypocritical in that. I don't know. It's hard for me. I don't.
Yeah.
I will say this year I have found myself being a little more open to the idea, a little more okay with it. I
had my old Jeep, my beautiful Beep the Jeep, she only had a CD player. And I asked my parents for Christmas if they would buy me Michael Bublé Christmas. So they gave it to me early, and I would crank it up all the way, drive to school, sing Santa Baby with Mr. Michael Bublé. Controversy, though. I like him better than Mariah's All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Oh, cannot relate. That is the only song, and I'm gonna start another controversy. That is the only song Mariah Carey should be known for. Period.
Like, why are you so obsessed with me?
That's the only other one that I could argue might have been influential.
I think that's the only other song. Oh.
I could name by Mariah Carey. The only other claim to fame I think Mariah Carey has is being married to Nick Cannon at one point.
Oh, the controversy.
But that is, I think that's about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, controversy. You and I should release a Thanksgiving album.
Oh, Turkey Baby.
Oh my gosh, we could make a song about the mashed potatoes, the gravy, the green beans.
Okay.
Are you
for your Thanksgiving meal, what are some certain dishes that you require?
Oh, and I'm gonna say this. There is one dish, and it is always at Thanksgiving. My grandmother makes these mashed potatoes. Come through Grandmommy. They literally are just mashed potatoes, but they have, I think, like cream cheese and butter. Oh, to die for. And she makes them specifically because I eat them. And it's a big controversy in my family because there's another dish that we refuse to make unless more than one, like the rule is that more than one person has to like the dish for it to be made. This dish gets made on a yearly basis because I like it, and I'm the only one
for
who,
you.
Like craves it. Like everybody else, it's like, oh, it's good. But Barrett requests it on a yearly basis, and so it's come through that and corn casserole, which I've gotten into arguments about recently. It's like a green chili corn casserole.
Never had it.
Oh, I'll make it for you. We'll be at home. I will make you a whole dish of it, Jenna, and I'll eat 3/4. You can get 1/4 yourself. It's called
Yes,
sharing.
sir.
Equal proportions.
Yeah.
But yes, it became an issue of my family because apparently I was like, somebody asked me, I think it was my mom or my grandma, they were like, well, what do you want me to make for Christmas? And I was like, corn casserole. And they were like, that's either I think I couldn't remember. I think it was like Christmas. They were like, that's a
Mhm.
Thanksgiving only dish. Or if it was a Thanksgiving, they were like, that's a Christmas only dish. I was like, I don't see why corn has to have a season because truly it's not being grown right this that. I mean, like she's not seasonal. She is
Yeah, no.
infinite.
So if you came over to my house for Thanksgiving,
What would I find on your table?
this would be our meal. We would have, of course, a Miss Turkey. My dad likes to
Okay.
put oranges, limes, citrus in there. Let it baste a
Oh, so you
little
have a
bit.
tropical turkey.
Oh
You have a
yes,
tropical chicken.
tropical chicken. Wrong bird, Barrett.
She one of those tropical big chickens. She
So
an
we would have,
oversized chicken.
and it's a small turkey because my brother doesn't usually come home for Thanksgiving, so it's just me, my mom, and my dad. Just a small little turkey. Ham. Don't forget about the ham. Ham, honey baked ham. It's different. So turkey and the ham. We got our sweet potato casserole. Our
Oh,
marshmallows on top. I'm not the
mm.
biggest fan of it,
I ain't neither. Glad we on
but
the same page.
it's okay with leftover. Like it's okay the second or third day, but it's not the best on the first day.
It's your go-to on the original meal.
So we got that. We have our green bean casserole.
Do you put those little French's onion topper things on
My
them?
mom does.
Oh, they are to die for. Those
I'm
little
not the biggest
crisps.
fan. They're really salty.
Oh, they are good. You put that with a little like cream of mushroom soup with those green beans.
Ooh.
Ooh. We're gonna have to do this. We're gonna have to do like a
Friendsgiving.
swap giving. We're just
Yes.
gonna swap our things. It's just gonna be between you and I. We're gonna be swapping stories, swapping food, swapping
My number one Thanksgiving
insults.
dish would be the stuffing.
See,
I don't know why.
is it a special stuffing or are you just like it's just like a
No,
traditional stuffing?
it's the $2 one from the store. The box
Shouldn't even make it
stuffing.
herself.
My dad buys it for me because I'm the only one that eats it. Like he's keto.
Oh.
My mom thinks it's disgusting, but I'm like, this mixed with everything else is like so good.
Have you seen those things that are all over that trend on Instagram or TikTok where you take like a crescent roll and you put like the stuffing and the turkey and the cranberry sauce in there? Have you
No.
seen it? Oh, I will send it to you the next time it comes around.
Can we talk about cranberry sauce?
It's disgusting.
Cranberry sauce, bro. Ugh. That's one of the.
Common opinion. It is vile.
What's your go-to pie for Thanksgiving?
Oh, pecan. A good pecan or a good chocolate.
Pecan pie, really, Barrett?
Well, you could say pecan. I'm gonna say pecan or peckin. A peckin. That's what a
Pecan
bird
pie.
does. It's be peckin. What'd you do? That's peckin pie. Get your
I
chickens on
don't
the wall.
like pecan pie. It's just
What do you eat?
pumpkin pie, bro.
No, pumpkin is not. No, that is
I
not the fall. No.
This season I've been obsessed with literally anything pumpkin. I get the pumpkin bread loaf. I've been
At
getting
Starbucks.
caramel macchiato, but instead of the vanilla, you get it with the pumpkin.
Okay.
That one's good. I've been looking for like a can of pumpkin with a pop top lid that I can keep in my dorm so that I can put some pumpkin in my coffee.
Okay.
Ooh, that's so good. And then just pumpkin pie, you know. I like a good apple pie.
You were getting further from the center of this target. Like
What
the
do
center
you
was a 10.
mean?
You are on a solid 3 and 2. Like you are really out there in the ring.
Whatever.
If you do not get that reference, look up
Silly.
an archery target. Give me some numbers. I think this is one of those things. It's a personal preference.
Mhm.
I'm sure our pals, the tea
Tea
bags
bags.
as we'll call them now. until they get a new name.
Mhm.
Or maybe that will be their name. I'm gonna pray that it's not.
I love that name.
We're gonna hear from them. We're gonna
Yeah.
see. We're gonna poll. We'll do some polling.
Insta poll.
It's the poll, but I think that's a good closure. I think we've talked about a lot for an opening.
It's our first episode.
We're gonna be making a joint Instagram. I know we mentioned that as a joke, but it's gonna happen.
We are.
Oh, yes,
I
we
know
are.
this.
Oh,
Okay.
yes, we are. We are. I have made the executive decision with all things in my life. We will be doing this so we can keep track, put the links in there.
Yes.
We're planning to have this on Miss Spotify, Miss iTunes, and whoever else will tolerate us. We'll say tolerate for this moment.
YouTube,
Not
I don't
even
know.
accept. I don't want the people don't need to be seeing our faces right this second. I look crusty.
No, you can just post the audio.
We'll see. But I think that's a good thing. We'll be putting it out on the Instagram, and people be following. We'll get some engagement maybe and see what people want to hear.
Yeah.
And do that. But is there any last thoughts you want to leave the tea bags with? Any one final word of wisdom?
No, not that I can think of. I hope that y'all have a happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. I guess that's true. Are we gonna do a Thanksgiving episode? I think we should.
You'll be back home. I think we
will.
could pull up in the Sonic parking lot and just
we
let
could
it
do
rip.
that. This is good. This is a good idea. Yeah, we'll plan that. But we will have a Thanksgiving episode. Also going forward, we'll have some guests. It'll be an exclusive right to get onto here, but I think we should do it. I think it'll be fun. Festive.
You must pay us to be on our podcast.
You must be invited. It's gonna be like a secret society. But yeah, okay. Well, yeah. Have a happy Thanksgiving, Jenna. I can't wait to see you. Good luck with your Tea Thursday, the rest of it. And a happy Friday. And I will see you next week.
All right. Bye.
Well, bye, Jenna and the tea bags.
Love you.
Love you. Bye.